Hello, everybody. I'm Matt.
And I'm Maggie.
And we are...
Hopefully awesome.
That's right, a positive place on the internet where we nerd out about all the geeky things we love. And today's geeky thing is Succession. Oh my God. We just wrapped up the final episode. We just watched it. We're coming in pretty fast here, so sorry if we're a bit chaotic here at the beginning. But just wanted to throw this out there. Full spoilers.
Yes.
We're complete spoilers. There's no...
Off the chain.
Don't watch this if you've not watched Succession. If you're with us live, throw some love for Succession in the chat, I guess. I don't even know. How did you feel? How did you feel about the finale? Let us know.
How did you feel?
Did you like it? 5 out of 5? Just give us a out of 5 rating. Tell us what you thought. I gotta be honest. I freaking don't know how I feel at this moment. It was a lot. There was so much, and it was so good, and then everything went to shit. And oh my God, Maggie, how about you?
Well, I didn't know it went to me. I'm still trying to process it. I'm still trying to figure out why people just went absolute chicken shit on each other. So,
dude, it was insane. Like, I mean, okay. So we were watching, and when the three siblings kind of finally came together,
which I love.
Right, you love when that happens.
I love when they're together and they're happy. Like their mom said, she says, it makes me so happy to just see you three agreeing on something else other than me being a bad mother. Like, it was kind of nice just to see them all, like, laughing and stuff, being okay with Kendall taking over and stuff, and then just...
Okay. I mean, they were going to let it happen. Like, yeah. They weren't happy about it.
No.
But, and then, she finds out Tom is actually going to be the one to take it, and then Shiv is pissed. Right?
I don't blame her. I'd be
super fucking pissed. Yeah, fair. Yeah. Fair enough. Obviously, she should be.
Take him down.
I mean, okay, we got a lot to discuss, but the final thing, though, obviously, they're at the vote. They're getting ready to vote, and then everybody finally Rome, kind of the opposite of what happened in season 1. Finally comes in and votes pro Kim. Yes. Right. Comes down 6-6. It's all on Siobhan, and we're all like, I mean, it's gonna happen. They're gonna win, and then no, she leaves the room. And it's like, I just need to think. And then she's like, I don't think you'd be good at it. I just don't think you'd be good at it. And I'm like, I'm screaming my head off because I still don't know why. Like, I have thoughts. I have
thoughts too.
We literally, for everybody that's joining us, hey, welcome. Let us know in the chat, out of 5, how you felt about this. Just something out of 5, 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5. How'd you feel about Succession? But we just finished it maybe 20 minutes ago, and like we got everything ready to go live, and so we're really just thinking about it for the first time right now. So I mean, okay, I think that okay, Siobhan, the reason that she did what she did, I think it has to be, there's 2 options. Okay, there's the altruistic option, which is, I guess there's 3. There's straight up what she said. She doesn't think Ken would be good at it. I don't think that's it. I really don't think that's the case.
I don't think so either.
Then the altruistic option is that she did it for love. She did it for Tom.
No.
Right. The third option is that she played her hand. Like,
I think she did.
This was the cards that she was dealt, and she realized
she's better off.
I can do this. Like, my hand now is that I can still be in control with Tom.
Yeah.
Like, I can use Tom, as she has the whole series, right?
Yes.
To still be in control, in charge, or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Maggie, what are the thoughts?
Well, I was thinking the same thing earlier whenever you was getting everything ready, that Shiv just did this just for herself. She didn't do it for Tom. She didn't do it for her brother. She didn't do it for the company, for her dad. She did it for herself so she would be safe.
Safe as in
like
having control.
Well, like
because they got money for the payout. So,
yeah, I know, but
gonna
like
be safe either way.
But like whether, which I mean, I'm thinking her and Tom's not going to get a divorce now.
No, I mean she wanted to win.
Yeah,
that's all she wanted.
Yeah.
She wanted to win. I mean, we went from her winning, which she wasn't, but she did. Like she was on the winning side, right?
Yeah.
To then getting the shit kicked out of her, to having to concede to Ken, to then realizing, oh wait, no, I can still win.
Yeah, I can win over my brothers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because she can use her relationship with Tom to still win, right?
Yes.
Which is just horrible. Just
Yes.
fucking just I mean the Tom and Siobhan relationship has just been fucking a disaster
awesome.
the whole
Awful.
time.
I meant awful, not awesome. Also, kudos to Roman for figuring out towards the end, once that whole crazy mess was going on in I called it a glass box. Why did they go in a glass box to show everybody how crazy they are?
Yeah.
That Roman actually in that moment realized it doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, here's my thing though. Ken should have beat the shit out of Roman. Like,
yes.
I love Roman.
I agree.
I love Roman. I mean, he's awful. First off, everybody in the show is awful. Just so we're clear, like, no, I do not support any of the characters, but Roman. I mean, he's funny. Like, Kieran Culkin is just fantastic in it. But when he said that about Ken's kids,
yeah,
like, no, dude, no, like Ken should have just fucking murdered him. Like, he should have ripped his fucking eyes out. Like the fact that he squeezed his head to almost make his fucking head pop, you know?
Yeah.
Like he should have done a lot more than that.
Yeah.
And I get why he didn't. But no. Like if Kendall was real about, you know, the persona he tries to put on that he's a hardcore, you know, gangsta, right? As he would say.
K-Dog.
Yeah, you know. Then I mean he would have fucking murdered his brother right there. I mean, for saying that shit about his kids, you know.
Yes.
But then again, maybe he didn't, because maybe he actually doesn't give a shit about his kids. I mean, there's been a lot over the past several seasons, obviously, of does he... I mean, he says he does, but he's never there for them.
He's never there for them, and he doesn't remember their names all the time.
Yeah.
But no, when that all went down, though, Rome, he says is bullshit.
Yeah.
You're bullshit. I'm bullshit. She's bullshit.
It's all bullshit.
It's all bullshit. And it's true.
He found peace.
He found peace
in himself.
And I hope he ran back.
That smile that he got, you know.
I hope he ran back to Mummy. And I hope he lived a happy life.
I don't know what I think is going to happen with any of these characters. Honestly, I don't know. I'm not happy. I'm not mad. Like, I don't know. Tom, I like Tom. Tom may have had some shit to say, but Tom's been fucked more than anybody in this. Like, I would argue even more than Greg, because at least Greg has just been like...
Greg's been playing both sides, though.
And Greg's just been getting like the shit kicked out of him, right? Like, Tom has like literally like lost his love and his
soul.
Joy.
He lost
know?
His soul.
Yeah, and so for Tom to come out on top, there's a part of me that's happy about that, right? Not so much the Shiv part of it, because Tom deserves better than Shiv.
Yes.
Like, and Shiv probably deserves better than Tom.
She doesn't deserve anybody,
She
because
really doesn't.
she would treat them horribly.
Shiv is kind of just awful. They're all awful. They're all terrible. But I mean, at least Shiv...
I kept on waiting for Logan to just pop up and say, "Gotcha."
Dude, seriously, that was my like horrible theory, was that Logan was actually still alive. Like, I know that's not going to be the case. Obviously that's not going to be the case. He's, you know, it was never going to happen, but just part of me wanted to just see like them do something ridiculous. And I think that's the thing about this show, is I was almost expecting like some wild thing to happen. You know, somebody dies, somebody like we for the last like 5 minutes of the show,
we kept on
holding our breath because we were expecting Ken to just come flying down off the freaking...
Well, I mean, they kept
building.
on showing him after the whole thing in England.
Yeah.
After Shiv's wedding, that, you know, kept on showing him at the edge of the top of the building.
Yeah.
And then
Season
like
2.
Yeah, and at the end of that episode, you see that they've
added the bars.
Yes.
And then, of course, he's down by the river, and he's like getting ready to...
And that water's going by pretty fast.
I was like, they're showing us that water. Like, and like he swam out into... I was waiting for sharks to get him in the ocean when they were swimming out there.
I really thought Shiv and Rome was going to go through with their murder plan.
Yeah. No, honestly, it's just... God... I was that ending has just got me like all jacked up. I don't even know what to say. Like, I don't know. I'm not happy that Shiv did what she did.
I'm not happy either.
Like, I think honestly, in my heart of hearts, I think Kendall should have been the one to have it.
Yeah.
Like, that's truly like, I mean, okay. Truly, none of them should have it, right? Like, honestly, what happened is probably the best version of what could happen, right? Yes. Like, this is the Departed ending, or the Goodfellas ending, where it's like these horrible people do not get what they've been trying to get the whole time, right? Yes. Like, they all have to pay for the horribleness that they've begot onto humanity, right? Yeah. So, I mean, like, I do appreciate it from like that kind of a standpoint. But like, I mean, the people that do have it, their hands are just as dirty, you know? Gojo fucking, he's selling, like, sending pints of his blood to what's her name? Yeah.
Poor Ebba.
Dude, I was waiting for that to kind of, like, be anything, and like nothing comes out about that.
And I kept on waiting earlier in the season. I kept on waiting before Logan passed for him to oust Kendall out about that boy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, kept on waiting for that.
It's like happen. After the siblings all like got together at the end of season 3, and you know, he was like, "Oh, I killed a boy," or blah blah blah, and like that just kind of died. Like, that story was not ever again brought up, which is just wild.
Brought up at the end,
and he's like,
"I false memoried it." No.
I mean, he was lying, obviously.
Yes.
Obviously, he was just trying to get her to do it.
Yeah.
And she was just coming up with bullshit excuse after bullshit excuse.
Yes.
Like, it had nothing to do with Kendall. No. It had nothing to do with anything except she wanted to win. Yes. That's all Shiv wanted was to win. And I mean, that's all any of them wanted, I guess. So, I mean, can I really fault Shiv for wanting it just as bad as Ken? No. You know?
No.
Everybody, welcome. This is our spoiler discussion.
Spoiler filled. I don't know.
Vomit. Because we're just running at the mouth right now. Let us know in the chat how you felt about the series finale. Out of 5, you know, would you give it a 1 out of 5, 4 or 5, 5 out of 5, whatever, 7 out of 5? Let us know. Just throw it in the chat. We're just reeling from this. We just finished it. At this point, it's probably been about 30 minutes ago, and I'm just still reeling.
Just love. I mean, like, after the siblings come back from wherever they were at, because it was somewhere nice, from their moms, and they come back over and they're like, "Oh, we have to go to Khan's house, to Dad's house," and they have to place these stickers on all the stuff that they would like to have, and like the sticker system just sounded very complicated in itself. But whenever you hear Connor and Willa talking about, you know, we're getting rid of everything, or not keeping anything, and Willa's like, I got a cow print couch coming in about this long, and she said, he's going to go to Slovenia. I believe that's what it was.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
And she said, and I'm working on a play, so I'm going to stay here.
Yeah.
And I was like, they're not going to make it.
They're not. Yeah. And I like how the whole election story is just kind of dropped.
Oh, well, I mean, they're like, did you hear what happened in Wisconsin? And Will's like, what?
Yeah. Well, I mean, and like we don't even know.
In the dark.
And like, we don't even know, like, if the president actually becomes the president or not.
Yeah.
Which I know, again, not super integral to Succession's, entire story, but just kind of, wish that we would have got something. I mean, it would have been nice to have some finality to a little bit more things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maggie, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking we got somebody in chat.
Hey, all right.
Hot Takes Tuesdays.
Ooh, give us a hot take Tuesday.
They say, I feel sick. I've hated Kendall the whole way through. Always been Team Shiv and Roman, but finally in this episode, I was like, you know what? Kendall's right.
He was right.
He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve it.
He doesn't deserve it. None of them deserve it. Honestly, none of them deserve it. But like, man alive, it was just so.
I've bounced back and forth from all the siblings. They also said, but he was the most logical choice, and for a brief moment, I rooted for Kendall.
Agreed.
and the end. I'm sorry,
no, you're good.
My chat thing covers up part of people's sentences.
Oh, you're good.
And I rooted for Kendall, and the end. What Shiv did shattered me.
I know.
Yes,
dude, for real.
That's messed up.
What Shiv did was just right at the very the siblings were finally getting along. Everything was
I
like
hated that.
They finally come together. They were putting their dad behind them. Like we saw that beautiful moment where they're watching the TV.
Yes,
and we get to see Logan back. Which was great. And then everything's kind of coming together. And then there at like the last 3 minutes, Shiv just fucking throws a goddamn nuclear bomb on the whole thing. God.
Shotgun McPain. Hey. Tom Purple Dotted Gregory.
Which was great. That was so good. I love that.
I guess I'll keep you. I'll keep you, Gregory.
Honestly, I'm glad at least Tom and Greg. At least Tom and Greg went out the same. Yes. You know what I mean? Like, that's how it needed to happen. I kind of wish that Greg would have got another good like hit on Tom though. Like, with all the shit that Greg has taken from Tom, it would have been nice
to. So much shit from him.
He really has. Deservedly, but he has.
We always joked at the beginning where we started watching this, and we started to learn more about Greg, and we loved Greg and stuff.
Yeah.
That we joked that Greg's gonna be the one in the end to get it.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen.
No, it didn't. But I mean, he's close. I mean,
poor Greg
Tom
the
got
egg.
it.
Greg the egg.
Greg the egg. God. I mean, he is close. I mean, he's
close. He's always close, but
I love that Tom was like, "You're gonna take a big pay cut." He's like, "But I think I still got some pull," and he's like, "He's gonna be the CEO." What we got?
Oh, Shotgun McPain also says the only person I'm going to miss is cousin Greg because he was in he was like the Arrested Development character in the very serious Succession.
Yes,
he was.
Greg would have been perfect for Arrested Development. Yes. That's awesome. I haven't thought about that. That's hilarious.
Greg's vocabulary always cracked me up. Like, he used these big words just out of nowhere.
Exquisite. Just random things. It was kind of interesting that Conrad didn't really. Is Conrad or Connor?
That's Connor.
I don't know.
They call him Conrad every now and then.
Okay. Well, anyway, that he didn't really do anything for the rest of the series, which was fun.
Yeah.
It was just, at the end of the day, it really was just about the main three,
What still cracks me up is back when that cruise thing was happening and he was shredding all those documents, that he even wrote down his actual name. Or we have to go shred those documents. It's what still kills me. They're like, yeah, your name's written on the sign out lock. I'm like,
Greg.
Why did you do that, Greg? Greg. Hot take is back.
Oh, yes.
It proves trauma and bitterness trumps love every time when it comes to sibling relationships. Why do you think Roman turned against his brother? I don't think it was the same reason as Shiv.
I think Rome...
They all have problems.
I think Rome is an agent of chaos. That's what I think. I think Rome likes... listen, I think Alfred in The Dark Knight said it best, okay? Some men just want to watch the world burn. And I think that's Roman, right?
Wow.
He got a taste of it when he killed all those astronauts in that rocket in season 1. I'm kidding. I know astronauts.
Oh my God, I had forgotten all entire that happening. Right. That he was watching the live stream of it.
He just turns it off and walks away.
Just trying to be cool about it the whole entire time. And they're like, have you heard about the rocket launch? She's like, what? No, I haven't.
I think, honestly, obviously, a lot of a thought is going to take place over the next years, where we're going to be dissecting this and what the real point behind the stories were and everything. But I'm really just, off the top of my head, it feels like Rome had a tendency to kind of go honestly with who could almost be the loudest, who could hurt the most, and I think he enjoyed just whoever was going to be getting hurt, and so the fact that Kendall could get hurt is why he jumped on board with Shiv.
Yeah,
and especially when Ken started being obnoxious about it, right?
Yes.
I think that was when Rome really kind of snapped into it. But the shit he said about his kids, I'm sorry. Like,
no.
as much as I enjoy Roman, I mean, he's terrible, but as much as I enjoy him, that was fucked up. And he said a lot of fucked up shit.
Yes,
but that was really fucked up. And Kendall really should have just fucking just murdered him.
I thought he's going to gouge out his eyeballs.
He should have at least beat the shit out of him. Like at the very least, bite the shit out of him. What we got, Maggie?
Well, Hot Takes says, I think the "we are all bullshit" was the most honest line anyone said on the show. Agreed.
Totally agree.
By the way, I predicted right. I kept warning the team. I kept warning the Team Kindle people, you ain't going to be happy by the end.
I should have, honestly.
I did not know where it was going to go. I was just like, oh, they're all together. It's going to be good. Everybody's going to be right. Everybody's going to be happy. I should have known better.
We're finally getting our happy ending. Yay.
Yes.
And, so much for our happy ending. Thanks, Avril.
Yes.
What you got, Maggie?
Let's see. I think they all ended up where they needed to be, even though I think Shiv did initially started to back away for personal gain. She ended up proving that none of them were capable or deserving. The witch line from Kendall as well. well.
God, man. It was so it was so maddening just to see it. Like,
that's crazy.
There was a glimmer, there was a shiny glimmer of hope that maybe they were all gonna finally band together.
Should have known better, because we watched Smallville, and when something good happens and something horrible happens,
that's true,
we don't get what we want.
But I mean, it's the series finale. Like, all bets are off in the series finale. I mean, thank God they didn't pull a Sopranos and just like she walks into the room and it just cuts to black and we have no idea what the fuck happens. Right?
I was waiting for that to happen. I was like, they're just going to cut it. They're just going to cut it somewhere, and we're going to all be mad.
I was waiting for them to cut to them all in a church, and it turned out that they all died a long time ago, and they all met up to go out of purgatory.
Really?
Together.
Lost?
Yeah, that's what I was waiting on.
Matt?
I was waiting for Greg to get the scythe and finally close off the Hellmouth once and for all. That's what I was waiting
on. Shotgun McPain says, "Screw capitalists." Though,
amen. Yes, absolutely. I think if this show does anything, it proves that capitalism is just the fucking worst.
Yes, it is. I'm trying to get.
Hey, by the way, we have a Patreon. If you want to go over to patreon.com/awesome.
Don't be.
Speaking of capitalism. Oh my gosh, man. Yeah. Hey, let us know in the chat. Everybody that's watching, welcome to the new watchers. Let us know in the chat what you thought about the Succession finale. Out of 5, let us know.
Thanks, Hot Takes Tuesday. Subbed and gave a like. Thanks.
Oh, hey, thanks.
Good luck at work. But all I could say regarding this finale is, I'm sorry, guys. Heartbroken.
Agreed. God, agreed.
It toyed with our hearts.
And what's great is we started watching Succession, like we've been late to the game.
Yes.
But we picked it up right after season 4 started.
Yes.
And so like we gotta just fucking get into this show.
And the more and more we watched it, the more we were hooked.
Yeah, I mean, it went from like 1 episode a day to like
on the weekends we would binge it really bad.
I mean, we watched like 7 episodes straight. And then Breath of the Wild came out, or I'm sorry, Tears of the Kingdom came out, and that really threw a wrench into things. But we got caught up. We watched the last episode, not tonight's, but the one before, on Thursday.
Yeah.
And so we've just kind of made this whole trek through this.
Yes.
And was able to get to this moment. And I don't know what to do with myself. Honestly, at this point, I don't know. Like, now I got to start thinking about another show to watch. Because, like, we've reached that point where we just finished this show. We watched The White Lotus before this. We watched Better Call Saul before that. Yeah. And it's like, do we need another prestige show, or do we need, like, I don't even know. I can't even think about that right now. Maggie, what do you got for us?
Shotgun McPain, you probably just gave my husband a horrible idea.
Yes, please.
Speaking of capitalism,
okay.
Have you heard of Succession Music starts playing Patreon?
Yes, that is us. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be our new our new promo that we wrote out.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, man. No, this show is just it was I honestly I didn't expect the ending to be that. Like I didn't think it would all come together and then fall to pieces, you know?
It always falls to pieces.
Like I honestly I had no real thoughts about what I was expecting from this, you know? Like I didn't know if like, I didn't really know if like, you know, was it going to be Shiv and was it going to be that guy, or if somebody was going to pull out like a crazy reverse Uno skip four.
I'm actually the real heir to this.
I didn't know if maybe like Connor was going to come back, and like it turns out he had been like working a whole thing, and he's a real mastermind, you know?
No.
But no, I mean, but like when it finally was showing like, oh, well, you know, the siblings are all going to be together and it's going to be, I thought maybe they would lose. But like not because of that, not because of Shiv. I thought honestly I was kind of expecting like for all my millennial people, I guess, I don't know, maybe older, Seinfeld. I was kind of expecting a Seinfeld ending where just everyone from the past comes back to make sure that these horrible people pay for their sins, right? And like they go to jail. And that, you know, that's where the show takes us, is, you know, the whole empire just fucking falls because they're terrible people. That's kind of what I was expecting. What you got, Maggie?
Well, in chat, we got Shotgun McPain saying, I just started watching a few months ago and it was hard to get into initially because I hated all the characters. But over time, it was a car crash I couldn't look away from. It's so true. And then Hot Take Tuesday came back and said, oh, last question before I go.
Oh, okay.
You think there's a final film they can do where Kendall finally wins? Ooh.
Like,
I don't know.
Could they come back for either a film or a additional season? An after Succession show, like after MASH. I can only
imagine what Twitter's like on fire right now.
I honestly, maybe you should look it up. Maybe you should look up Twitter, just see what people are saying. I don't know. I think it really depends on the showrunners. You know, the creator. I know Adam McKay is one of the producers. I don't really know. I haven't really looked into like the showrunners and stuff, unfortunately. But I would, if I had to guess, I would say the fact that they're ending it here was probably their choice, and that this was the story they wanted to tell. That's what I would assume. Could be wrong. Maybe Max is just stupid.
Oh,
maybe it's
Barry also ended tonight too.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit ending tonight. Yes. Or not just tonight, but Ted Lasso ends on Wednesday. And obviously, yeah. What you got?
People saying that they're going to hurt themselves.
Oh no, that's not. It's not worth it. Kindle is not worth it. None of them are worth it, honestly. I mean, I will say, okay.
Oh my god, I love the fact that Tom Wambsgans is trending.
Yes. Too bad. Like, I hope people don't look at Twitter before watching the episode, because that's bad. I gotta say though, I've loved Tom pretty much the whole series. Like, Tom is stupid. Like, he has some terrible choices. And I don't just mean it with Shiv, but I mean like in general, just the way he treats people, the things he says some of the most deplorable things, like, you know, not as bad as Roman, but I mean, he's still, you know, he can be very shitty, but he has a heart. I think out of everyone in the show, Tom was the only one that legitimately gave a shit about anyone, and Shiv just totally used that to her advantage, which sucks, and he deserved way better. And this season, Tom finally being like, no, fuck you, I deserve better than this. Like, I loved that, honestly. And he said some horrible things to Shiv, obviously, but part of me was happy about it. I mean, I don't know, she was really fucking shitty to him. He didn't necessarily deserve that. And so Tom winning kind of, I mean, I hated how it happened, but I'm kind of very happy about it. But also the fact that also means that Shiv kind of also won doesn't make me happy. So I'm like a net zero here is kind of where my feelings are about the whole thing. I'm losing it. Welcome to everybody that's joining us in the chat. Welcome to our live thing where we're just kind of talking through our emotions right now. Let us know in the chat if you enjoyed the series finale of Succession. Give us out of 5. What do you think? 1 out of 5, 5 out of 5. Let us know in the chat. What do you got, Maggie?
Shotgun McPain says, I'd say watch the end credits with the behind the scenes. It seems pretty definitive.
Right on. I
Hot
figured.
Take Tuesday says, because the Gojo deal could still fail due to regulation and give Ken one last stand to take over. And Marvelous Miss Maisel ended on Thursday.
That was the other one. Yeah, Marvelous Miss Maisel.
Yeah.
And maybe we'd pick that up. Maybe that's what we need to do.
On Twitter.
Yeah.
I mean, people are singing the praises of Tom Wambsgans. Like this one says, Tom Wambsgans, rags to riches, new money taking over.
That's great.
And then somebody said
That's great.
TMZ. Let's see. TMZ, Tom Wambsgans dead at 58. Shiv Roy expected to take his place as CEO.
It is. It basically becomes House of Cards at this point.
Their first and last scene together, no matter what they went through, Tom never broke his word. They're destined to be together forever. OMFG. Tom Wambsgans, Greg Hirsch. Like they added in all these key words just so that somebody
that would show up in Twitter.
Yes.
That's funny.
Let's see what they say about
Maybe
Shiv.
we should have done
Probably
that.
screaming at Shiv.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, there's a lot of people. We ran a poll earlier today on our YouTube account and to see like who do you think will win, and Shiv was actually the number one by far. Like by far. What's up?
Celso Ricardo says the scene with Tom swallowing what Mattson said was cruel. It was.
Yeah,
that was hard.
That
was hard to watch.
See, and part of me wanted Tom to stand up for himself a little bit more. But I mean, he got the part. Like he won. Yeah. Right. So I mean,
the thing that he wanted.
And he said he has a high threshold for pain.
Man, people's got a gif of them fighting.
Who? Which one?
The siblings.
Oh, really?
And the office. But somebody says, I was going to read that tweet.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Sorry.
Because I love what they say. It says, we can fight until the cows come home about why Shiv did what she did, but we have to acknowledge that in sentencing herself to initially become her mother, she saved her brother from becoming their father.
Yeah. I mean, yes, what you're saying is accurate. I don't necessarily think it was because of that. I don't think she did it. I think, again, we can all argue about it. I mean, they nailed it in the tweet. Like, we can all, dissect this. But I think it very much is she did it for herself. Like, she found out, like, she realized it all clicked, right? Yeah. If I sign off on this, then Tom gets to be the thing. I can play my relationship with Tom, and I'm still in the game, right? As opposed to just giving it all to Kendall. And I think that was it. I think that was the whole thing. Could be wrong, but that was my take on it.
Yeah.
What did you have something else?
Which is why Tom is so cruel to Greg, pecking order and all. Agreed.
There is, I mean, Tom definitely follows by his own set of morals, I guess is how you could call it.
Making people his footstool.
Yeah. Well, and like, I mean, because he's other people's footstool. Yes. You know what I mean? So
that's true.
I mean, at the very least, he has an idea of how things should be. Like, he has trying to think, like, he has a worldview, right? Yeah. Whereas a lot of these other people are just looking out for themselves. He, at the very least, has a system of morality that he's concocted for himself. Yes. So,
there were definitely more than a few times that I saw Logan Roy's presence in this episode. I agree.
Yeah. God, it's that scene we kind of touched on earlier, but that scene with them watching the TV and Logan and them being around the table.
Yes.
Like, that was such a nice moment on top of nice moments, you know?
Yeah.
And like, to then be...
That's when we should have known.
I know, right?
That's when we should have known. It was too good to be true.
Too good. God, it was so good, man.
Somebody made a good joke. They said the Pierce family waiting for the Roy siblings to Venmo them the $10 billion.
I love that. Do we want to talk about where we think what happens from here? Like, it's over.
Yeah.
So what do we think happens from here, character-wise?
I think Roman just disappears.
You think Roman gets his money and...
Yeah, he leaves.
I think Roman ends up in jail at some point. Maybe.
He probably does.
Well, I don't know. He's still got money. He's still got strings somehow. So he'd probably get a pardon. But like, I don't know, just the shit that kid does. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like Kendall probably kills himself at some point. I could be wrong, but like, that's kind of where I see Ken's character. Like, I'm kind of surprised we didn't get it in the show, to be completely honest. Like, he's dark and devastated. Seeing him smile was really weird, by the way.
Yes, it was. Show them weird. Teeth.
Dude. Oh my God, that was so weird. It was unnerving to see Kendall like so happy. It was
really wild.
That. Did not like that.
It was really wild. Shoot. Shiv. Well, she's like her mom, I think. Like, you gotta think about she's
maybe
married to a powerful CEO, but is she really gonna be happy?
But seeing the thing is, she probably won't be happy, but she's not her mom. Like, she's got more Logan in her than her mom, right? Like, she's not gonna give up and run away.
No.
Like, I mean, obviously that's why she did what she did, right? Mm-hmm. Like, she didn't want to be out of the game at this point. So I mean, I don't think she'll ever leave her child to be cared for by Tom. No. And I don't think Tom's got it in him to be Logan.
No.
Like, that's obviously that's not what...
I mean, Mattson even told him,
Yeah.
I just need a front man just to, eat shit.
Title alone,
and
basically.
Yeah. You're a shit eater.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what he's good at.
Yep.
Oh my God. So yeah, I would say Shiv and Tom probably, I think they become president of the United States. I'm just gonna say, like, basically the series House of Cards. That's Tom and Shiv. I could just tell you. I mean, honestly, we're gonna kind of skip over like who's in that show because he's a fucking piece of shit. But like, I didn't even finish the show either. But like, just that I see, like, that's kind of, I don't know who becomes president.
Yeah.
But maybe it's Tom, maybe it's Shiv. But either way, Shiv's the one that Connor, I think, does become president. That's what I would call. I'd say like 4 years from now, maybe longer, but Connor does become president. Or starts a cult. It's one or the other. He's already got a compound out in the middle of the desert. So I mean,
no, he's already got the
con heads.
The con heads. He's already got the startings of a cult.
Actually, I like that better. I think Connor does become a cult leader.
And he invites everybody to the compound out in the desert after he finishes his ambassadorship in Slovenia.
Do you think he and I can't think of her name, but do you think they...
Willa?
Yeah. Do you think they stay together?
No.
Wow. Okay. There you go. There it is.
I think Willa, at some point, she's just going to wise up and say, "Hey, I'm miserable." Like,
it is interesting that's yet another relationship that's all about just the money and the power that you get from being with someone and not the love of it. It's weird. I mean, this show's definitely talking about that for sure.
Shotgun McPain, thank you for joining us. They said, got to go, but what an amazing finale. A great end to a great TV show. Take it easy. You take it easy too.
Yeah, hey, thanks for stopping by. We really appreciate you living it up in the chat. Hope you have a great evening. I can't believe it's already 10 after 1 in the morning right now. Yeah, dude, it's really late.
Barf.
But, we just, God, this show. It was just insane. Everybody, welcome. If you're just joining us, full on spoilers for Succession. We're just kind of all working through our feelings here. Let us know in the chat what you thought about it. Give us a rating out of 5. 1 out of 5, you hated it. 5 out of 5, you fucking thought it was a masterpiece. Maggie, of all the series finales that we've watched, where would you say Succession is? Being only an hour removed from it, right? So, I mean... Like, would you...
Better than Better Call Saul.
Okay.
Come at me.
Do we really want to open that can?
Come at me.
Listen, Better Call Saul was a perfect show.
It was.
Until the last 4 episodes.
Why would you do that to him?
Which part? Like...
Him in prison.
No, not that. I don't give a shit that he went to prison. That's fine. The whole thing about, like... skipping ahead and like him like having a mustache and it's in black and white and he almost kills a lady and like I don't know,
kills Carol Burnett.
Yeah, it was just not the show that we signed up for.
No,
Anyway, sorry, that's a totally different topic. So yeah, I would say it's better than that. Would you say it's better than Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Yeah.
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 Maybe we should limit this to just HBO shows. Now Watchmen. How would you put? Would you put this above Watchmen or below
I can't
Watchmen?
even barely remember Watchmen.
I remember loving Watchmen.
I remember liking it too.
That's all I remember about it. I remember no spoilers. I won't give any spoilers, but like I do remember some stuff about the end of it. But,
it's slowly coming back to
like
me.
A certain character that finally shows up.
Yeah. Slowly, it's slowly coming back.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say Succession's probably above Watchmen.
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, I don't think any HBO show ends happy. I could be wrong though.
Ends happy?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean by happy?
Everybody gets what they want.
Well, I mean, no show should end like that. I mean, that'd be terrible. I mean, I guess one could make the argument that Friends kind of ended that way.
Yeah.
Friends.
Wah.
I don't know. I'm blanking on any HBO shows that have been huge hits.
Well, I was like highly into True Blood at one point, but I didn't watch it all the way through because I got so into the books that I started getting mad at the show. And I didn't like what the changes they made to the story, and I stopped watching it.
Yeah, I could see that. I feel like there was a show.
I can't imagine how they ended the show because she was still writing the books at that point, I think, when they ended it.
It's almost like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, and like I loved her ending because, everything worked out for everyone. It wasn't necessarily happy, not truly happy, but everybody, was still alive. And
are vampires really alive though?
Huh?
Are vampires really alive though?
I don't know. It's your opinion.
Didn't they have werepanthers in that show?
Yes.
Okay, that's weird. I don't get it. Anyway, we're talking about Succession. So
True Blood.
Did they kill Logan Roy off too soon? Should Logan have been alive longer?
I was hoping for some flashbacks after he died,
Like some lost flashbacks or
like just, we only got like that one thing where he was talking about the Living Plus or whatever.
Oh, yeah, the green screen. Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, it would have been nice to get a little bit more out of that, honestly. Like they kind of just played that the one time and then it just kind of died. Like they didn't really go back into we're gonna use the dead corpse of our father.
Sex and the City. It just hit me. Sex and the City was an HBO show.
Yeah.
But
it didn't end. It's still happening.
No,
it's still happening.
It's under a different name though.
That doesn't matter.
It's under a different name.
No.
And it does have all the main characters in it.
I'm talking about definitive endings, Maggie. The series continues. All right. Buffy ended. All right. Lost ended.
Are you sure it ended, man?
So far it did. Will there be a sequel series? Probably.
Lost wasn't an HBO show, Matt.
But it was prestige television. No, I don't remember what I was talking about, but I think it was. I almost wonder if they gave up Logan too soon just for the surprise of it. Like I feel like having Logan a bit longer probably would have been nice. Yeah. I mean, killing him off, I don't know. It just seemed so out of nowhere, which I guess is the point. But it's still, I do feel like we were kind of missing him. Like ever since he's been gone.
Yeah.
Although the funeral episode,
shouting at everybody.
Funeral episode is probably my favorite episode.
Really?
I love how it all just kind of
came together.
Yeah, like all these people that we've seen throughout the whole series. And like they're all showing back up just for one final moment.
I loved in the funeral episode. I loved Caroline getting Carrie.
Yeah.
And taking her over to meet. I think she called her Sally Ann.
Yeah.
She said she was my Carrie.
Yeah. And then they all four sit together.
And
they all kind of
Marsha grabs her hand.
Yeah.
I was like, dang. That's closure right there, y'all.
I want to watch that show. Actually, I don't.
No.
If you had, okay, everybody, let's all sign off in the chat. If you had to give one character a spin-off series, okay, we're gonna Joey this thing. We're gonna Frasier this thing.
Yeah.
Right? Who would be your character to give a spinoff series?
Greg.
Damn it, Maggie. That's exactly the right answer.
Greg the Egg. Give him a show.
I would maybe like okay. How about this? Which character? But it can't be from the main cast. Can't be any of the siblings.
Who?
Yeah.
Colin.
The
bodyguard.
Oh, boo! What? No! Ew! Why? He sucks. I hate him. Like he's just boring. Like in a show full of superstars, he's just boring. You know.
I really don't want to.
He wears
jeans. One of those old prudes.
What about that one guy? His daughter sold the stocks.
Hugo.
I'm just saying, like I could see him
watch a Hugo show. He's a creep.
I don't. I'm with you, but I could see him.
Why would Carolina want to get rid of him?
Mate, I could see him doing a Better Call Saul with him though.
No.
Like I could see them being like, "Oh, you think you know this guy? Well, it turns out actually, his brother wore space blankets or some shit."
Knitting Nickel 9 says 6 feet under Game of Thrones, Carnival, Rome. I think that was HBO. The Wire. I will say I have never watched Game of Thrones. Could not get into it. 6 Feet Under, I've always heard good things about.
Yeah, no, I've heard 6 Feet Under was really good.
Carnival, no.
Carnival. Sorry, I just think of Creed from The Office saying that.
Carnival. But I forgot my thoughts.
It's okay. Hey, Game of Thrones, I'm right there with you. I tried. I couldn't. I don't know. But I'm not a big fan of like, medieval magic. Lord of the Rings. It's all amazing. Don't get me wrong. It's all very well done. I'm very appreciative of all of them. I don't think that they're badly made. I just can't get into it. I don't know.
No, that's not my cup of tea. Watching people
fuck.
Yeah, I just saw one clip of one episode, and that was enough for me to be like, no.
I'm kind of scared to know what this.
I'm not explaining it on here.
Okay.
I'd have to do.
All I remember is there's this little bastard that I really fucking hated. I hated this little fuck. And like that's all I remember. And I was like, I can't. And apparently he gets murdered.
Oh,
which
that's good.
Almost makes me want to go back and watch it.
I wonder if that's the same dude that I saw. Maybe he did get killed.
Well, it was a little fuck. Like he was like 10, 12.
Oh, yeah,
that fucking piece of shit. You know what I'm talking about? Is it Joffrey? Is that his fucking name?
Joffrey's Coffee?
Yes, from Disney World. Yeah. Fucking yeah, whatever that piece of shit was. No,
we need to get off.
Fuck that kid. I'm joking. Jeez. See, there's a drum. It was all a joke. He does suck though. He really is the worst fucking thing ever in any show of all time. Like I would watch Justin be the Blue Turbo Ranger again before I'd have to watch another episode with this fucking kid.
Boo.
In Game of Thrones. The worst. The worst. Oh, did you have some?
No, I don't know.
All right. As far as Succession goes, Maggie.
What?
Any final thoughts you have for Succession? Are you satisfied?
What a ride.
Are you satisfied?
I'm never satisfied.
I will never be satisfied. I mean, so you're not satisfied?
I don't know. Like I still have mixed feelings about how it all went down. Like I don't know. They was all so happy being together, and then just came crashing down all of a sudden.
It's true.
And Kendall about killed Rome, and
he should have.
And he about hit Shiv, which
no, he didn't though. He didn't hit Shiv.
No,
I don't even think he really would have.
No, but Rome's like, she's pregnant.
Like if he's not gonna fucking murder Roman after Rome said that shit about his kids, then like. Kendall ain't got it, man. I thought Kendall had it. I thought he was a killer. I really did. I thought he had it, but I think Logan was right about Ken the whole time. Because I think nothing else proved that for me except for the little reaction that he gave to Rome after he said that about his kids. If he legit gave a shit about his kids, if he was legit a killer, like Logan said he needed to be, Roman wouldn't have been able to fucking stand, let alone still talk after that. Like, he should have broke his fucking jaw, you know? Like, I'm sorry, violence is never the answer. But also, you don't fucking talk shit about someone's kids. I mean, you don't do that.
When it comes to siblings, you know, you just gotta beat the crap out of them.
I mean, that's what siblings do. I mean, you know, that's part of it. As far as being satisfied, I would say that I think the show left me pretty satisfied. Like, I don't feel that it overplayed. You know, I don't feel like it overstayed its welcome at all. I do kind of wish Logan would have been around a little bit longer, but I mean, you know, that's the story they decided to tell, and I think the way they handled it was well. Yeah. And I'm kind of glad we did get to see how everything played out after he died. Yeah. I mean, had he died in like the series finale, and like we only got like 20 minutes or something,
it wouldn't have been as
we wouldn't have known. Yeah, you know, and so getting to see the kids actually take charge and like what does that look like? I think that was nice. No, honestly, I feel like it never felt repetitive to me. It never felt like they were just dragging it out so they could, you know, make more episodes or anything. It told the whole story, and I feel like thematically it really, you know, did everything that, you know, it paid off every story that they set up, I feel like. Except for the presidency. That's the only one that's still kind of out there, but that's not a main story.
Well, Pierce. They didn't buy Pierce.
Pierce, you know, Pierce is still going to be whatever.
I bet the cousins decide not to sell.
That's fucking Pierce cousins. God damn it. Maybe Cousin Greg buys Pierce. Cousin Greg and Rome start up the 100. No. Or whatever the hell it is. That CW TV show. Nah, I don't know. I thought it was good.
I thought so too.
We'll actually tomorrow at 8:30 we'll be doing our live Hopefully Awesome show.
Wasn't Wild Lotus HBO?
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Well, there's another one. But it's not over. It's not over. Like,
I thought it was.
No, they're doing more. Like each season's like a standalone.
I know, thing. And also aren't they talking about doing like a prequel or not a prequel, like a continuation of
Don't put any spoilers. Don't say any spoilers.
Of a certain person.
Possibly. Well, okay. The guy that runs White Lotus or created or whatever said that he'd be down to do an all-star season and bring back characters from like each season and have them be together in the same one. That would be pretty great.
Ricardo says most impact finale on TV show.
I'd have to think about that. I would. I'd have to think at that one over. It hit hard.
He loves his baby Lost. So
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say that's the best series finale of all time. I won't give Lost that much credit. Maybe The Secret World of Alex Mack, I would maybe say was pretty poignant. I'm joking.
Why?
I'm joking. Although Countdown to Destruction, Power Rangers in Space was also just spot on, perfect, good stuff. No. I don't know. I will say one thing I really appreciate about the Succession finale is that they didn't hold back. No. They fucking did. I mean, it was a full story. It wasn't just playing into, you know, the setup that they had put up and played it out to the normal understanding of an end. Like they fought hard and they told a very fucking frustrating and exciting and horrible and nerve-wracking and the amount of times I was sitting like this watching the show, like they did great. I will say this is a fantastic finale for sure.
I agree.
But tomorrow night at 8:30 we'll be doing our live weekly podcast called The Hopefully Awesome Show. We'll be right here on youtube.com/hopefullyawesome, and we'll be adding Succession to our summer ranking of 2023. Along with what did we watch over the weekend?
The Little Mermaid.
Yeah, the Little Mermaid. That's right. The heck? So if you're a fan of Succession and the Little Mermaid, definitely be sure to come back tomorrow.
If you're a fan of either one of them, come on back.
Yeah, we'll also be talking nerd news and stuff too, like different movies and things that they've been talking about. Do you have anything else for us, Maggie? Okay. All right. Well, that I believe is going to wrap it up for us. Yeah. I think. We should probably call it.
Yes, we should.
Because I mean, I think I've vomited enough about all this. You know, you're gonna go to sleep. I'm probably gonna turn on Tears of the Kingdom. I'm just gonna. I knew it. I can't wait, man. I gotta give me some more of them goddamn Koroks. You know, I got like 800 the stones. Oh my god! I gotta get them. I gotta get more batteries. All right, I gotta get the batteries made, dog. All right, hey everybody, we really appreciate all of you joining us.
Thank you, you lovely people.
Here, we'll go ahead and start that up. There we go. Thank you everyone for joining us. We hope you all enjoyed this special live reaction to the Succession series finale. Be sure and let us know in the comments what you thought about it. How would you rank it? Give us a star rating. We'll actually be running a poll tomorrow morning on our YouTube channel, so you can fill that in there if you would like to. And come back and join us tomorrow night. We'll probably have a lot more to talk about. Can't wait to read up on what everyone's saying. I hope New Rockstars does like a breakdown or something. But no, I can't wait to hear what everybody else thinks. Let us know what you think. Shout out to our patrons for always being fantastic. Again, you can head over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome, where for $5 only you get fucking everything. You get everything. We've condensed it all there's one tier, and it's $5. You can't even get a foot long for that anymore. What you got, Maggie?
I apologize if I butcher your name. I'm afraid. I'm so sorry. I apologize. Ruhala? I hear The Sopranos finale was one of the best of all time. Yes. And then, well, I'm just saying, I've heard the same thing too.
Yeah.
And then they ask, who's doing all the camera work for 7 viewers? Some heroes don't wear capes.
That's right. That's me. I got a pedal.
He's got a foot pedal.
I do. I'm working it with my feet the whole time. It's great. Honestly, shout out to Elgato. They didn't give us the foot pedal, but if they wanted to, I'd take another one.
Just give us more stuff.
Yeah. Hey, free stuff. That's what we're here for. Or patreon.com/hopefullyawesome.
Awesome.
That's going to wrap it up for us, everybody. Thanks for watching. And as always,
have a hopefully awesome day.
Bye.